Throughout the ages, mankind has always done a few things well. We like to eat, we like to reproduce, and we love to fight. We will go to war over anything, and happily butcher and maim each other in the name of any number of causes. Now, you would think that down through the ages man would learn from past mistakes and move away from open conflict. However, this couldn't be further from the truth, as there are currently over 80 recognised active war zones currently going on across the globe at the moment. From the Russian invasion of Ukraine to the ongoing conflict of Myanmar, the Yemeni civil war and the Mexican drug war. You are actually never that far away from an ongoing conflict, and things only seem to be getting worse. But who benefits from these conflicts? Well, there is one participant in every war that doesn't pick sides, doesn't favour a victor, and still makes out gangbusters, no matter what happens. This particular participant doesn't actually care which side prevails, and the only thing this entity is worried about is that a ceasefire might be called, or that the conflict might end altogether. This participant is business, or in actual fact, arms dealers and suppliers. You see, there's gold in lead. That is to say, there's a lot of money to be made during open conflicts. And one of the biggest arms dealers in the world is the United States federal government. But they're not alone. Most, if not all, of the big superpower governments benefit from conflict. But for the purpose of this video, let's focus on the good old US of A. Now, before you say that I'm US bashing here, this is not true. I'm just stating that the US is a massive proponent of arms manufacturing and supply. Through fiscal year 2022, the United States federal government has spent and obligated $8 trillion on the post 9/11 wars in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iraq, and elsewhere. This figure includes direct congressional war appropriations, war-related increases to the Pentagon base budget, veterans' care and disability, increases to the Homeland Security budget, interest payments on direct war borrowing, foreign assistance spending, and estimated future obligations for veterans' care. And this massive total omits many other expenses, such as the macroeconomic costs to the US economy, the opportunity costs of not investing war dollars in alternative sectors, future interest on war borrowings, and local government and private war costs. Public access to budget information about the post 9/11 is imperfect and incomplete. This borrowing has raised the US budget deficit, increased the national debt, and had other macroeconomic effects, such as raising consumer interest rates. And unless the US immediately repays the money borrowed for war, there will also be future interest payments. We estimate the interest payments could total $6.5 trillion by the 2050s. Spending on the wars has involved opportunity costs for the US economy. Although military spending does produce jobs, spending in other areas such as healthcare could produce more jobs. Additionally, investments in non-military public infrastructure such as roads and schools has not grown at the same rate as investment in military infrastructure. In addition to federal war costs, the post 9/11 wars have cost billions of dollars of state, municipal and private funds, including dollars spent on services for returned veterans and their families, and local homeland security efforts. So, is war good for the economy? Heightened military spending during conflict does create employment, additional economic activity, and contributes to the development of new technologies, which can then filter through into other industries. These are some of the often discussed positive benefits of heightened government spending on military outlays. Though the US has ended the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, military spending will likely continue to increase. The House overwhelmingly passed a defense spending bill for $768 billion in December 2021. The bill would increase the Pentagon's budget by $24 billion, more than President Joe Biden requested, and is expected to pass easily in the Senate. Some of the main beneficiaries from this spending increase will likely be American military contractors. These companies are tasked with research and development of new arms and defense systems, as well as with providing arms, munitions, vehicles, navigational systems, and more to the US military. However, worldwide, there are dozens of companies that sell billions of dollars each year in armaments and military services. So there is no denying that wars are profitable and that warmongering governments often prioritize profits before their own people. When there is a dollar to be made, big business will be there to extract profits and leave a country or region in ruins as it moves on to the next conflict, like a plague of locusts in three-button suits.